I like to go a lot back to history. Remember the 1920s, what did we work for? We built the City Hall. We built the Coliseum. We had the vision. It is a very tough time. So we probably shouldn't even be talking about expanding the convention center and building a football stadium. But yet if you look at the horizon, and we hope that the day will be better for Los Angeles, there is a discussion. And it has to happen on whether or not there's a stadium built here, whether it's at the convention center or outside in the county. It's a determination that's going to be made by the 32 owners where they select the team. But right now, they're having this discussion. The mayor has a blue ribbon committee, the council has a CLA working on, that's a legislative analysis, to see if it makes sense. I don't like any taxpayers' money being used, whether it's for the bonds to replace it, but if we could create a dynamic facility like they did in 32, which again hosted the games in 84, we all love the Lakers, LA Live, there's a possibility. But I absolutely do not support any taxpayers' money, and I absolutely do not support going down a road that wouldn't work. But at the same time, I think Fleetwood Mac said, don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop thinking about it. And I think tomorrow is important because there's a challenge. You talk about things that have taken place in the past. Thanks to all of you, we built new schools for our bonds because we invested in that. We built new libraries for our city because we invested in that. They're tough times, yes, but you put it before the voters to vote. And that's the issue that's before us right now. So, to answer the question, do not support taxpayers' money, but let's absolutely look at it. Thank you. You can say stop.
I absolutely am opposed to spending taxpayers' money on the non-existent NFL team in the non-existent NFL stadium for the plan that doesn't exist. We're already spending money. We formed a commission, and the city council is spending its time, and believe me, they're on the clock when they do it, pursuing the non-existent plan. Meanwhile, the folks that sold the naming rights for $700 million and are busy asking the city of LA to back a $350 million bond are in Sacramento asking that the standards be lowered for the non-existent football stadium with a non-existent team in Los Angeles. What LA should be doing is raising the standards so that if somebody comes with a proposal, it benefits the people of LA, that there's no risk to the people of LA, and that it's done according to high standards, not just the environmental standards or sustainability standards or economic standards, but that it commits to financial standards where the city of LA participates in the profit but at no risk. And that's not happening. What's happening is we've already hired cheerleaders and are so excited about this at City Hall that they've formed a committee to welcome this non-existent proposal. It doesn't cost any money, but it already does.
Yeah!
Keep the applause to zero if possible between answers.
You know, this is a debate, and I just wish we wouldn't start telling lies. I do wish we would roll back that tape. And Tom, if you're saying that I said I didn't support it, please roll back the tape. Please call me on it. So, this is not a debate, Mr. LaBonge. Neither Mr. Box or I said we were against Measure Up. So, what we described was it was a trick on the taxpayer to tell them there's no taxes. It's going to be somebody like me that's going to find the ways to pay for Measure Up. With regard to the football stadium, Justine and I restored brownstones in Hoboken. We bought those brownstones. We didn't go to City Hall for a loan, we went to Citibank, okay? And, you know, I'm sorry, the City Council has a habit of loaning money to developers to build things. In New York City, if you want to put up a skyscraper, you got to bend over backwards to please the community boards, you got to build parks, you got to do everything in order to have the privilege to develop something so you can make money. In this city, for some reason, our politicians go begging developers and giving them lots of money to come, please build in our great city. So I am vehemently against a football stadium. For God's sakes, we can't even house our homeless people. And these politicians are running over like little kids. They're working on something else over here last week. They heard about this new stadium. It's a new toy to play with for a few weeks to take their mind off what they really should be doing, which is delivering basic products and services that a government needs to deliver. Thank you.